I guess when it rains, it pours. Had another puncture in my hose here. I guess this hose is not really meant to be used in a pressurized situation. I almost feel like I should try to get this done tonight so I have water tomorrow. Although tomorrow it's gonna rain all day, or there's gonna be some severe thunderstorms. I'm gonna go to my friends in the morning, so probably be back here by late afternoon, evening. If it's raining like it's supposed to most of the night, then I'm not gonna be able to use the water anyway. So I already collected a bunch of water in some gallon jugs. So I'm not gonna need the sink most of the day, and if it's raining at night, I'm not coming outside to use the sink. So I think this can wait until Monday, basically. We'll try for some kind of a semi-permanent fix on Monday. Hey Luke, what are you doing?
I don't know. Chopping trees. Make a trail.
Hey, where did I leave off? The plumbing to the well pump is all bollocksed up, and it's been 2 days. So it broke on Saturday. Sunday I didn't fix it. Now it's Monday evening. Okay, so I bought some piping. This is ADS Polyflex. ADS is the name of the brand, I believe. Advanced Drainage Systems Inc. But I think a lot of people just refer to it as ADS. One important thing if you're gonna buy this pipe is there's a potable version, which means you can drink out of it, and there's a non-potable version. I don't know what the difference is, but the non-potable version is cheaper. But if you're gonna drink from it, you get the potable one. Anyways, so I got this. I got 100 feet. It was about $60 thereabouts. It's like 7 p.m. right now, and I'm trying to juggle making dinner and installing or fixing the plumbing at the same time, as well as keeping a fire going with wet wood to keep the mosquitoes away. I tried a lot of different things for the mosquitoes, but the smoky fire actually works the best. Yeah, so I try to do like a mix of dry wood and wet wood. Today it's mostly wet because it rained and everything's still wet. So there's that. I'm making dinner. This is an induction cooktop. Basically the way it works is there's a magnet, and you have to use a metallic or like a pan that has some kind of magnetic properties to it for this to work. The premise being the magnet vibrates the metal so fast that it generates heat. It's a little bit weird to use, but I like it. It's fast, and if you get used to it, I think it's fine. So I wanted to kind of get into like my cooking style these days, because one of the big things I'm trying to achieve in terms of eating and cooking right now is I'm trying to save time as much as I can. I'm also trying to generate the least amount of effort and garbage and potential for food to be lying around and food scraps and stuff like that, in order to keep the critters away. The best way that I've found so far to do this is I choose a type of meat or tofu or whatever if you're vegan, and then I choose like a very hearty vegetable like kale or collard greens, and then the first thing I do is, right now I'm doing chicken. So I have chicken in there. I sliced it up. Use scissors. Don't use a knife. It'll be like the most mind-blowing thing that you've ever done in your life. If you're not using scissors in your kitchen and you're using knife most of the time, you are missing out. And don't get the kitchen scissors. Get these kind, the Westcott titanium. And don't get the non-stick one because they break easier than this old school one. This is like much more ergonomic to use on your hand. I can like slice and dice and whatever with these scissors for hours. Maybe not hours, but you know what I mean. So you throw in, you cut up whatever you've got, and then whatever sauce or whatever spice you have that you want to use, you throw it in, then you let it cook to however you like it. Then towards the end, you throw in the vegetable. Then after you're all done, you throw in the rice, and then eat right out of the pot. Eat right out of the pan. If your pan is non-stick, use a wooden spoon. That's what I do. So wooden spoon. So the only thing I have to clean after I'm done is the pan and the scissors and the wooden spoon, and that's it. So that's like my recommendation for if you're out in the middle of nowhere and trying to live in a cabin, or you're like super busy with things. I would argue like doing it this way saves time over going out and buying something that someone has cooked for you, like at a restaurant or fast food or whatever, because you have to like get in the car. Even if you like get it delivered, there's like time that you're kind of like thinking about what to order and calling and paying the dude and all that kind of stuff, right? So like if you're like ordering in all the time, I guess that's probably faster than this. But I think this is like pretty comparable if you got the system down. So I don't like to do like hamburgers and sausages and whatever, because like the grease gets everywhere. I mean if I do like sausages, I'll just slice it up and throw it in the pan. If I do like I'll do like ground beef, just throw it in the pan, mix everything in the pan, and then eat out of it. Holy cow, there's like a crazy beetle here. Anyways, hope that helps someone. I'm gonna get started on the plumbing, and hopefully I can finish before it gets dark, so I have actual time to clean the dishes or the dish or the pan, and I don't have to like the last past day I just left it in the refrigerator, so it doesn't like start rotting and stuff. Okay, so I've got the chicken to a point where I liked where it was cooked to. Just throw in your kale, a lot. Basically that's gonna steam and it'll reduce down to nothing. You know how your mom tells you like, eat your vegetables? This is how you eat a lot of vegetables. Also, the sauce I used was jerk chicken sauce. It's like a marinade, and you know it's been sitting in the refrigerator. It's probably expired, but whatever, it should be fine. Yeah, it's like a good way to get rid of whatever sauce you got in your fridge too. All right, so I've taken off the clear tubing that was too weak. Now I have this ADS Polyflex that I'm gonna stick in here. It's actually a very tight fit. If you like Google this or you look it up on YouTube, there's a lot of people saying use a heat gun, you heat up the plastic, then it'll become more pliable and it'll expand and it'll be very easy to get in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna put some pipe clamps on it. Then we're gonna do the same thing up near where the sink is. This hose is rated at 100 psi, so it should hold fine. Alright, so that's in there pretty good. And in case you're wondering, the type of fitting that goes into the plastic is called a barbed fitting. I don't have like a one without anything on it to show you, but I don't really want to describe it, but look it up and you'll see barbed fitting. And this is a 1-inch pipe. So towards the end, I like to put it on high heat so the sauce caramelizes. Like such. So there it is. Rice and jerk chicken with kale. I'll probably eat the whole thing. I'm burning a lot of calories. And there's the wooden spoon that I'm eating with, which is the same spoon I cooked with. Alright, so as you can see, I've pretty much licked the plate clean. And then I have this 1/2 piece of paper towel that I used to wipe my mouth with while I was eating. And I'm gonna put a little water in there, wipe it down, then I'm gonna wash it in the sink. The reason why I wipe it down first is because I don't have like a dry well or a septic or anything like that. So basically the water is running into open air right over there. The black pipe is the ADS, the Polyflex one, and the clear one is the mistake I made. It's easy flow, 1-inch inner diameter. That's about all I can tell from there. But yeah, so I think what happened was I didn't know water pressure actually works like this, but I guess due to the constant pressure that was being put on this hose, it basically created some kind of a pinhole where the water just burst out of it. I would have thought the puncture would be bigger if it was due to water pressure, because it almost looked like a pinhole. So that's something new I learned. So now we have a more heavy duty pipe, and I'm gonna throw pipe clamps on, then we'll test this out. Alright, so one thing that I learned while researching pipes was that when you do the clamps, you want the fasteners, the tightening to be on opposite ends. Yeah, if you think about it, it makes total sense. But you'll see that there's some amount of flex and it comes coiled. So, I mean, you can't like bend it 90 degrees, but where the natural coil is, you can kind of like snake it around things and bend it to a certain extent. With PVC, it doesn't give at all. But with the coiledness of it, you can't really get it to be like totally straight. So depending on your application, you may want to consider one or the other. All right, this is my switch for the pump. I think we're ready, so we're gonna turn it on. Water's coming through here. Let me turn it off. Oh, no. Okay, I thought maybe I left the valve open on the sink. And I thought that might be why it was taking so long to shut off by itself, but it just shut off. This is fully pressurized. One thing I also noticed was I'm gonna have to replace this tubing at some point because that's probably gonna burst too. I believe it's under less pressure. I'm not sure. I don't want to say anything that I don't fully understand, so I think all I can really say is I need to replace this hose too. But I'm probably gonna knowing the type of person I am, I'm probably gonna just leave it until it fails or until I'm ready to basically make a permanent system. Because like if I replace this, it's gonna cost me like half a day. Since I'm gonna redo this whole thing anyway, I just don't feel, I feel like it's a chance I'm willing to take. It's looking pretty good. It's pressurized. Anything else? Anything else you guys see that I'm doing wrong? Probably 1,000 things. I think we're good. Okay, so the initial orange color that was coming out is from the high iron content that's in my water. High levels of iron can be toxic, according to Google, but you can't physically drink enough water for it to matter, basically. So I forgot the agency that regulates these things. Whatever agency, they consider, they say something like they have like a recommended amount maybe, but they don't regulate it to an extent where like that's not safe for drinking. All right, so now we have one pan, one lid, one scissors, one wooden spoon, and one daddy long leg. Did you know that daddy long leg is not a spider, but it is a fly? I just looked that up like 2 days ago. Anyways, I also fixed my plumbing. It's the black pipe now and not the clear hose, which was too weak. But as you can see, I have water.